No one ever forgets the moment they're publicly humiliated. For Aisha, it happened on a quiet Vancouver morning when she walked into a luxury dealership with hope in her eyes and a small folder clutched to her chest. She had saved for years, not to buy a car, but to finally treat her hardworking mother to something extraordinary. Her mother had spent her whole life cleaning offices at night, never once asking for anything. Aisha wanted to give her something that would show her she was finally seen, finally valued. But the moment she stepped inside, the salesman looked at her from head to toe as if she didn't belong there at all. "Can I help you?" he asked, but his tone suggested he hoped the answer was no. When Aisha explained that she wanted to explore options for a luxury car, he smirked in front of two other customers who giggled quietly behind her. "Listen," he said, "you don't need to waste your time here. These cars start at $400,000. Maybe try something more realistic." He even motioned her toward the exit, as if he was doing her a favor. Aisha felt the heat rise in her cheeks, the kind that burns with humiliation. She gathered her folder, nodded silently, and walked out before the tears could fall. Outside, she stood near the curb, trembling. This wasn't about a car anymore. It was about how people like her, people who came from immigrant families, people who didn't wear expensive clothes or flaunt status, were constantly judged. She remembered her mother's late-night shifts, her father driving a taxi for 18 years in freezing winters, and she wondered why some people treated others like they were invisible. As she wiped her eyes, a soft rumble filled the air. A Rolls-Royce Phantom, sleek, black, and impossibly elegant, glided to a stop right in front of her. The back door opened, and out stepped a man she recognized instantly, her uncle, the quiet businessman who rarely appeared at family gatherings but always checked in on her from afar. "Aisha," he said gently, noticing her shaken expression. "What happened?" She hesitated, embarrassed, but he waited patiently. When she finally told him everything, he looked toward the dealership with a calm but steely gaze. "Get in," he said. Inside the car, surrounded by soft leather and the calm hum of the engine, Aisha felt her heartbeat settle. Her uncle listened without interrupting, then placed a hand on her shoulder. "Your parents crossed oceans so you could stand anywhere with confidence. Never let someone make you shrink." She nodded, swallowing back the emotions that threatened to spill over. The Rolls-Royce rolled back into the dealership's entrance, gliding to a smooth stop directly in front of the glass windows. The same salesman who had mocked her stepped outside, his expression shifting from annoyance to shock as he recognized her inside the car. Her uncle stepped out first, and the salesman's posture straightened instantly. "Is there something I can help you with, sir?" he asked nervously. "Yes," her uncle replied. "You can help by apologizing to my niece. And then you can show her your finest models. She will decide what she wants, and you will treat her with respect while she does." The salesman's face went pale. He turned to Aisha and muttered an apology, trying to mask his discomfort. She stepped out slowly, this time holding her head high. She wasn't here to prove anything to him, but she wouldn't let anyone make her feel small again. As they walked through the dealership, something in Aisha changed. She realized she didn't need a luxury car to feel worthy. She didn't need shiny floors or expensive showrooms to validate her dreams. What mattered was knowing her value, even when others failed to see it. After touring the vehicles, she turned to her uncle and said softly, "I don't want to buy anything today. I just wanted to know that I could walk in here and be treated like a human being." Her uncle nodded with pride. They left the dealership together, the salesman watching from behind the glass, unsure of what had just happened. Outside, the winter wind brushed against Aisha's face, but she felt warm. She felt powerful. When her uncle asked again if she wanted anything, she smiled and said, "Yes. I want to take Mom on a road trip across Canada this spring. Doesn't matter what we drive. I just want memories." Her uncle smiled. "That," he said, "is something money can't buy." That evening, when Aisha hugged her mother and told her about the day, her mother just laughed softly and cupped her face. "You don't need luxury to shine," she whispered. "You already do."